So for the fourth category, the challenges, make sure that you've got a phone or someone that can take time for you, because you'll need that for this challenges. It will be either the most repetitions in a certain amount of time, which would be 45 seconds, or who can hold it the longest. So basically you'll have to get your timer out and make sure someone starts it as you start the exercise or the challenge. So for my first challenge, it will be the reverse plank. So last week we did the normal plank and the Ironman plank. This week we'll be doing the reverse plank. Basically straight legs on the ground. You can either put your hands down or you can lift it up, doesn't matter, as long as you make sure you lift your hips off the ground. And then you just hold for as long as you can. That will be the first challenge. The second challenge will be the heel taps. So basically you'll be starting your timer 45 seconds and you have to try and get as many heel taps in as possible. So let me demonstrate. So you'll go down, make sure your feet, you can touch your foot each side, so just make sure before you start you can touch your feet or your heels on every side. Okay, you'll be lifting up your shoulders. The timer will start as you start and you'll be doing heel taps. You have to touch it. If you don't touch it, it doesn't count. And you're going to try and do as many 45 seconds as possible. The next exercise will be as long as you can possibly hold it. It's a squat hold, toes out. You'll be pushing your back, you'll be pushing yourself back as if you're going to go to sit. Try and get as close as possible to 90 degrees. Try and get up, and your time starts once your hands are up, and you're going to just hold. So your toes are allowed to lift off slightly, but try and keep as flat-footed as possible. Try and stay upright as long as possible, and try and keep that 90-degree bend as long as possible. Make sure your knees doesn't go past your toes. Just keep form, and we're going to hold for as long as we can. If you can hold this for about 1 minute or 1 minute 30, I would say that's pretty good, and that's good enough for me. But make sure that you can hold it for as long as you possibly can. You will start feeling the burn around 30 seconds in, and then let's see how long you can hold out. The final challenge will be the straight leg crunches. So within 45 seconds, as many straight leg crunches as you can possibly do. The only rule is your legs need to be as straight as possible, so you can't be bending your legs too much. As straight as possible, and then you have to touch the bridge of your feet, and then 45 seconds to do as many reps as possible. So as straight as possible. You can bend slightly if you want, but make sure it's not bent too much. So as straight as possible. Get your hands up, and you're going to touch. So let's see how many you can do in 45 seconds. That's your challenges.